सर्वद्वाराणि संयम्य मनोहृदि निरुध्य च मूर्ध्याधायात्मनः प्राणम् आस्थितो योगधारणाम् ओमित्येकाक्षरं ब्रह्म व्याहरन् मामनुस्मरन् यः प्रयाति त्यजन् देहं स याति परमां गतिम्.
Having controlled all the gates, confining the mind in the heart, fixing one's prana in the head, established in the yoga of concentration. This is verse 12. And then 13. Reciting the one-syllabled Om Brahman, one who departs remembering me obtains the supreme goal on leaving the body. Now he's talking, in the earlier verse he spoke of realization, perhaps while living. Now he speaks of what we call as the state of Mahasamadhi, where the body is also given up. So first of all he says, having controlled all the gates. The body is referred to as Puri. Puri means a city. And the Dvara, gates, are the sense organs. So the first step is to tune in your body, mind and intellect for meditation. That's very important. The first step is sense control. If the gates are wide open, means you're totally indulging in the senses, your mind is not fit for meditation. If they're totally closed, it leads to suppression and frustration. So they have to be just right. He doesn't say shut the doors. He says sarva dvarani sanyamya, having controlled. Who controls? What controls? Sorry? Intellect. And that intellect of ours, poor thing, is weak and emaciated because you haven't focused on developing that intellect. So this intellect needs to be strengthened so that it can handle the sense contact, the pull and the push. You see, there is an automatic push from within you towards the sense objects, and the sense objects are so attractive, so tantalizing, there is a magnetic pull from the world. So to withstand this great force, you have to have an intellect that is powerful enough. So this is fine-tuning your body. Next comes the mind. Confining the mind in the heart means introvertedness, the capacity to look within, the understanding that the world and all that is in the world does not have the power to enhance my happiness. And so there is the moment you turn from looking outward to looking within you, your mind becomes calm. As long as you're rushing out into the world for fulfillment and sustenance, your mind is constantly agitated, unfit for meditation. The moment you look within, the mind is calm, you become fit for meditation. Next, fixing the intellect on realization. Even in a meditation, you must remember that the intellect must be ever alert, to be aware of what the mind is doing and bring back the mind whenever it strays away from the point of concentration. Then you are in yogic concentration, in the yoga of concentration. Once the body, mind and intellect are tuned up, then give it a point, a mantra, and the most powerful mantra is Om. So he says, reciting the one-syllabled Om Brahman. Om is the most powerful symbol of Brahman because Om is a word that is not associated with anything in the world. So when you are repeating Om, it is difficult for the mind to stray into any other things except in English. When you think of Om, what is associated with Om? Home. And so off you go. But in the Indian culture, there is no word associated with Om. And so it's the subtlest, the best symbol of God that has both an articulate appeal and an inarticulate appeal. Means it appeals to both your head and the heart. The very chant of Om has a soothing effect on your mind. And Om intellectually represents the silence that pervades the three states of consciousness, the waking, dream, and deep sleep states of consciousness you go through, just as U and Ma are three sounds which represent the entire gamut of sounds that are available to us. But sound can be heard only when there is the underlying silence. In a crowded train where everybody is talking and the sound of the train itself is going on, you try talking to someone on your cell phone, nothing can be heard. So to be able to hear sound, it is extremely important that there is silence in the background. Similarly, you and I go through three states of consciousness: waking, dream, and deep sleep. We'll see this in greater detail tomorrow. But that which pervades the three states of consciousness and exists beyond it is Brahman. So when you repeat Om, you're powerfully telling yourself that you need to go beyond, as Shankaracharya says in the Atma Bodha, Yat Swapna Jagara Sushuptam Aveti Nityam. That which is constantly aware of the three states of consciousness and exists beyond. So, if you recite Om and you remember me, meaning during meditation, your attention is focused on the mantra. Once you finish meditation, it's not as if you go rushing out into the world. Whatever you do in the world, you're constantly remembering me, means open-eyed meditation. So whether you are interacting with the world or you're sitting in meditation, your focus is still on Atman. If you do that for an extended period of time, you merge with Atman. Remember, the principle is, as you think, so you become.